We're officially in the second month of 2023, and the countdown to 2024 is on with more interest in the presidential election. Coming up on Kristi Leigh's Daily Brief, find out who is one step closer to making an official run announcement. One of the highest paid basketball stars is getting filleted for his own resistance to the social justice he expects from everyone else. And is an end in sight for the COVID emergency declaration? How much longer we might have to wait? And demands are ramping up for more transparency and accountability from Big Pharma. Starting today with Haley's high hopes, Nikki Haley, once Trump's UN ambassador, is expected to take him on in 2024, according to Reuters. The Post and Courier reports the former South Carolina governor is expected to officially announce her candidacy for president on February 15th. But her supporters might get details sooner. In 2021, Haley said she would not run for president if Trump was running. But in recent months, she's been hinting at a change of heart.
When you're looking at a run for president, you look at two things. You first look at, does the current situation push for new leadership? The second question is, am I that person that could be that new leader? That yes, we need to go in a new direction. And can I be that leader? Yes, I think I can be that leader.
Haley is following former President Donald Trump's lead and will be the second Republican to enter the upcoming presidential race. Breitbart reports when Trump made a stop in South Carolina on the campaign trail, Haley called him and spoke about her upcoming candidacy, which he encouraged. The base of the two candidates is likely quite different. While Trump touts America first, National File highlights that Nikki Haley is aligned more with the globalists of the World Economic Forum. She was listed as one of Klaus Schwab's young global leaders for 2011. There's a lot of high-profile social justice warriors, but if you ask them to practice what they preach, forget about it. Steph Curry has petitioned officials to block low-income housing near his mansion, according to National File. Curry is one of the highest-paid NBA players and supported President Biden for president in 2020. In a speech endorsing then-candidate Biden, he referenced racial inequality and social injustices. Curry even joined a nonprofit in 2021 to bridge the racial wealth gap. But get a load of this. Here's what he wrote in a letter to Atherton officials. We hesitate to add to the not in our backyard rhetoric, but we wanted to send a note before today's meeting. Safety and privacy for us and our kids continues to be our top priority and one of the biggest reasons we chose Atherton as home. The Curry family also urging local officials to build fencing and shrubbery around their home to block out the proposed developments. As expected, Curry is getting called out for his hypocrisy. Colin Rugg tweets, Steph Curry moves to block low-income housing near his $30 million mansion. Libs love pretending to care about the poor, but the second it inconveniences them, they spit in their face. James Bradley tweets, Martha's Vineyard doesn't want illegals living where they live. Steph Curry doesn't want poor people living where he lives. How are we Republicans the party of racism and elitism? The end is near for the COVID emergencies. The Associated Press reports President Joe Biden advised Congress that he is planning to terminate the two national emergencies declared in response to COVID-19 on May 11th, 3 years after the start of the pandemic. But remember this in September of last year?
Is the pandemic over?
The pandemic is over.
So why wait until May? Rep. Brett Guthrie of Kentucky is also asking that question. He's the author of a bill that would terminate the public health emergency and still hopes the House will go ahead with its vote, saying, if for some reason they don't do it on May 11th, the vehicle is still there for Congress to take back its authority.